Yo, how y'all doing? Welcome to Stargell's Rap Sessions. I'm your host, Carlos Stargell. And I want to thank the ones who take the time out to view this channel. And if you feel it in your heart and find it in your heart, please hit that like or that bell and subscribe to my channel. And it don't cost you nothing. So what I'm before I get started, I just want to say I heard how hot it was in Atlanta, Georgia. And I heard that it was in the 90s. Well, we're not too far up here in Burlington, North Carolina, but it's hot. It might not be as hot as Atlanta, but it's so hot out there. I saw Superman get out the cab, and it's so hot out there you can fry an egg on the sidewalk without the butter. So that I'm just letting you know it is hot out there, and I can't. And I cannot wait. But a lot of people talking about they can't wait for the rain. Well, I don't like the rain either, but at least if we'll cool off. At least if we'll cool off from the heat. But at the same time, after the rain, we had that old funky humidity that steps in, and that don't set well with a lot of people, especially with people that have health issues like with respiratory issues, heart, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's not too cool. But anyway, what I want to talk about sometimes I just want to say this before what I want to say. Sometimes sometimes you have to change your scenery, change your way of thinking and living in order to seek better sometimes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with change. There's nothing wrong with change, especially if it's for the better. But one thing I will let you know, like the ones who don't see the change, who don't want to recognize or respect the change, people like that, you got to let go because that's a hindrance. I mean, like, for example, I was told that I sounded like I'm trying to sound all righteous, like I go to church. Yes, I am righteous, and yes, I do go to church. And for that, and like I said, I'm not trying to call nobody out or put nobody down. But when people say stuff like that, especially in a negatory fashion, time to hit the road, told, because that's a hindrance. I mean, if you trying to live better, seek better, do better, I mean it's time. I mean, it's not that you better than that person. You just want to do better for yourself. And the one, I mean, like I said, one thing about I can say, changing for the better and success is never a bad thing. But but the problem I have is about forgetting where you come from, forgetting how you got there, and who helped you along the way. Now the same ones who helped you, that helped you make it to where you are, can be those same ones who can bring you down. And that's the honest to God truth. Root. But seriously though, don't let nothing and nobody be a hindrance to you and your heart. If you want to change for the better, go for it. Don't let nothing and nobody stop you because you got to live with your decisions. We all have choices, but the ones who want to keep doing wrong and don't want to better, hey, it's time to go. But I'm not going to talk about you. I'm not going to put you down, and I'm not going to bash nobody. All I can do is pray and keep you in prayer and ask the Lord to guide you, guide you the right way, and cover you and help you have a change of heart or whatever. But none of us are perfect, but we all try to strive for righteousness. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being right. There's nothing wrong with righteousness, and there's nothing wrong with better. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with trying to do good, trying to better yourself, and because positivity goes a long way, y'all. Negatory shit don't do nothing but hold you back, for real. And like I said, it's when people say stuff like in a negatory fashion, then you don't need it. I mean, people don't need that in their life. It's too much of that going on today. I hate to say it, but especially in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm not trying to put Atlanta down because that's where I was born and raised. But at the same time, I had to get the hell out from I had to get the hell out from up there, get the hell out from down there because I saw, well, from what I can see, they already, they want to keep you down. They want to make it like a recession state. But guess what? Sometimes change of scenery, relocation can do you some good. Cause guess what? Since I've been, oh hell, since I've been up here, since I've been here in, since I've been here in Atlanta, since I've been in Atlanta, since I've been in North Carolina. I'm sorry, and since I left Atlanta, so far so good. Everything's been everything. I mean, I, I mean, it's less strict. Like I told you before, it's less strict. Hey, D D he what? Veronica. DHE what? Oh hey, what's up, baby? What's up, Veronica? How you doing, sugar? Yeah, you in the other room, but how you doing, baby? Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to say something else because I know her. But anyway, and I gotta give a shout out to my sister. I was glad. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good too. I got to give a shout out because she had just called before we went live, and I was so glad to hear from her. We might not talk that much, but when we do, we try to make not only it's an honor and a pleasure, but we try to make the best of it when we talk because. And I already told her you said hey Veronica. She told me to tell you the same thing, and I told her I'll tell you when I get off live. But okay, but like I said, it was just an honor to talk to her. But also I asked her did she did my brother told her that he came to see me. I told her he came to see me. He was so tickled and happy. And I told her he was so tickled because he said he knew Veronica went from the South. But my sister thought that she was actually from North Carolina. No, baby, she from New York. But we used to work together years ago, but we hooked up. But I found love again in North Carolina, and you know what's funny? I didn't find it in Georgia. Praise the Lord. I found it in, well, I had to make a step up North Carolina. No regrets about it either. That's the good part about it. I have no regrets about this one. I feel pretty daggone good. I feel like I'm feeling better. Yes, yes, I'm feeling very, very good. Because I'm gonna tell you this: change is always good, especially if it's for the better. But the thing about it, you can't let nothing and nobody hinder you from your change. If you want to strive for better, that's not a bad thing. But what I have a problem, but I don't want nobody keeping me trying to hold me back from trying to strive for my betterness. So people like that, they got to go their way. I go mine. But I don't hate them. I don't. I'm not gonna put them down or bash them. Like I told you, all I can do is keep them in prayer because we all need that. Everybody needs prayer. Even the bad, so-called bad vanilla people out there need prayer. Everybody needs prayer. The so-called baddest motherfucker need prayer. Okay, well, Veronica, I'm gonna have to do that on. I'm gonna have to do that on the one-on-one live, baby. This right here is a solo thing. The Stardust rap session is a solo thing, but when I go live on the one-on-one, I do that. Oh yes, 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 we do, and I will do that. Okay, sugar. Right on, Veronica. You know it's good. Yeah, uh huh. I hear you laughing out loud. But this is what I want to say too. Now, 2 months before my dad passed on, because you know he passed on in March 2021. Me and Veronica got reconnected. Nobody knew about her. Nobody. Not at first. But when we hooked up, like a month and a half afterwards, it was known. But the first but the first four people, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna mention who, but they know who they are. When they was all, they are already. If I got my support from them, I knew it was all good. But I will say this. But when my mom saw us on the picture, she was like, "Who that woman on that picture?" I said, "That's just a friend." She said, look more like more than a friend. The way she all go up on you." I said, "Okay, mama, you got me, good Lord." And so I had to be honest. I told her, "Yeah, she's more than a friend." But the first time, but before they actually met in person, first time you know how they talk virtually on like the video chat, Google Meet, whatever you want to call it. First time I was when I first took my trip up here to Burlington, North Carolina, and but the first time her and my mom met in person, face to face, when we got down to when we went over house in Covington, and like I'm gonna tell you all this, like I said before, at least my mama, I was happy to see my mama give her a hug before she gave me a hug, and no, I was not jealous. If anything, I was glad and I felt relieved because Veronica was worried about whether or not my mom was gonna like. I told Veronica she really didn't have nothing to worry about. Why? Because the way she smiled on the video on the Google Meet, I already knew she was in good hands. And like they say, I already knew everything gonna be all good. Now that I know they real tight, they tighter than poly grip without the corroded dentures. They sound like two cackling women in the beauty salon when they talk. That's a good thing. I love it. And I tell you what really got me with both of them too is when they heard my play sister, my friend Monique, aka Mona Chuck. And that day, I think that day she was just going off on whoever it was. She had my mama and Veronica damn near falling out on the floor, falling out on the ground laughing outside. They were cracking up on her so bad because Monique was talking mad shit. And it was funny too because Monique was just telling like it is. She didn't have no shame or no filter. And I told Monique, I said, you know what? My mama heard everything you said. And she go, oh, hey, mama. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. But my mama say, now I see why she your buddy. Because both of y'all crazy. Yes, we are crazy. But guess what? We enjoy having fun and we enjoy talking mess. You know why? Because that will get us through the day. And she told me that I had her laugh. It's been plenty of times I had her laughing so hard that she almost pissed on herself and her side was hurting. Yeah, I can see that too. And one time she told me I had her laugh so hard I helped her got rid of that cold she was trying to kill. She said she would laugh so hard all the shit started coming up, and she said, "My God, you helped me. You know, help me get rid of this cold." I think so. All you had to do was have me laughing harder than you normally have, which I did. I think I was singing that song, kind of twisted that song by Drew Hill, in my bed when he said, "Got this feeling, and I just couldn't turn it loose." And instead of me saying, I was like, "Got this feeling." I ain't gonna say the last part, but Monique was laughing so hard. She said all that stuff started coming out, and I said, "Damn, I must be a real lifesaver, huh?" But anyway, let me tell you something about her. She talking about I had her cracking up. Hell, she ain't no better. It's been times when she had me laughing so hard. I remember one time she had me laugh so hard, I literally fell out the chair and hit the floor. Especially when she was cursing her dog out because the dog had an accident on the carpet. She was like, "Come here, bitch." And the way she said it, I just literally fell out the chair hollering. And if she had me laughing hard like that, y'all know that hell for crazy. But that's my buddy though. Me and her been tight since 1999, yes, 1999. We've been friends that long. And the beautiful part about it, and we still partners today. That's still my buddy today. That's why I call her Mona Chuck. Because her name Monique, and when you rub her the wrong way, she kind of then the real chicken started coming out. Except she ain't got that old raspy voice like Chucky do, but she'll cuss, she'll say some stuff that the stuff that come out of her mouth will have you crying. Cause I remember one time she had me laugh so hard one day. I mean, it was something she said, and I promised you, I laughed so hard I had hit the wall while I was walking. And I said to myself, now you know that sister needs Jesus. She crazy. I mean, but like I said, I thank God. I thank God for our friendship though, because we got that kind of friendship. Can't no, we got that kind of friendship that people will be jealous about, envy of, because we just that cool. We cooler now. We just that cool. Because if you got a friend that's real cool with you like that, that down by law, you got it going on. And what's good about it too, when I first told her about Veronica, as she talked with Veronica, she already had told me. She gave me her support and her blessings and love and praises. So yeah, and then and two more people, my friend, my buddy of mine, and my brother, one of my brothers. Now the brother I told about Veronica, he always gave me the support ever since we were young. Now, believe me, if my brother didn't like Veronica, oh, not only she'll know it, but I'll know it too. Be honest with you, if nobody didn't like Veronica, I not only I know it, but how I knew how people really liked her, I felt it. I have never got this much love, support, praises, and blessings in a relationship in my life until me and Veronica got together. So that let you know right there. That was the work of the Lord. That's the Lord working right there. Because the Lord will give you what you need and not what you want. And that's the truth. So if I got this much support and love and blessings and praises, you know it was worked by the Lord. Yes, it was. And then what make it so beautiful too, my brothers and sisters, about 13 to 14 years ago, we actually used to work together. We were just coworkers and friends. We were just cool. We were just cool like that. But all this time, even when I was going through the rough times I went through, I wouldn't have never thought in a million years that me and her was gonna reconnect like we did. But when we did, that was a blessing from the Lord. Because the good part about it too, the good part about it, the beautiful part about it actually, even though we reconnected 2 months before my father's passing, but the first day we hooked up, like a month after my dad's passing, I mean, I'm just gonna say this. Now y'all know it had she had to be she had to be better than good for me to lay my guard down. I mean, just actually lay it down. I mean, I ain't had no hesitations. I didn't feel tensed or none of that. In fact, I felt very, very, very relaxed. Yes, I did. I mean, I felt real good about this one. But me and Veronica first got there. I mean, I really felt good about this one. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. One of my cousins, she was like, "Carlo, who that woman?" Sounded like, sound like that girl on the color purple. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm glad my cousin did do that because she know all the hell I had went through before me and Veronica got together. And what make it so funny too, cause she was real concerned because she didn't want me, she didn't want nobody. And I don't blame her because after before me and before all this and what I had went through, oh my cousin was out for blood, but I had to stop her because if something would have happened, the first person they would have came to other than her was me, and I didn't need that aggravation. E- Even though I wouldn't have did nothing to ruin her life, anything like that, but rest assured, that's how I wouldn't go near because that's how much I couldn't stand the helper. Because if I can't stand nobody, I don't even want. If I can't stand nobody, I don't want to be around them, and that's for real. But anyway, so getting back to my cousin, and I think a few months after me and Veronica was together, before, in fact, before the year was out, before the year went into 2022, my cousin actually called and apologized to my cousin and told her she was sorry if she felt like she was out of line, but she told her she was just looking out for me because of all the shit I went through. And sometimes you got to sometimes. I mean, it's good to have those protective people in your family, it's, and those protective cousins. Anybody in your family protected, but also too, it's also a thing too called. And I mean, I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, I'm glad about my cousin who looked out for me, but because I'm gonna tell you, it's a big difference in that. Now, when I was married, the only problem I had is my own. Not, it wasn't my part. My ex-wife, they had the guts to put her mom and her family in their place. That will mess up anybody's marriage. But I will tell you this: since everybody else was scared to stand up, I had no problem doing it, and I didn't have no regrets after I did it. So guess what? That was one thing that had to get released off my chest. But it's all good. Now I'm happier than ever. I ain't been this. When was the last time I been this happy? Shit, I don't know. It wasn't in no relationship. It wasn't about no relationships though. But I can't remember the last time I was this happy. Well, let's put it like this. I ain't never. I mean, I feel. I mean, I felt not only I'm happy, but it made me felt a whole lot better. It made me felt very, 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 very good. Yeah, come on. Hey, excuse me, y'all. I got a guest. Hey, how you doing? Come, but come on over here. Just say hey. You ain't got to whisper. Just say it loud.
Hello.
Y'all see what I'm talking about, right? Y'all see what I'm talking about?
Mwah.
Okay, now
I love you.
I love
Thank
you
you.
too. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Now get. I'm just kidding. Okay, now getting back to what I'm saying. No, oh, no, please don't flood the carpet. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. Now, one thing I
Love you, man.
love you too. Now get out of here. Now I'm just gonna say this right quick. When you got something that's good, hold on to it and don't fuck it up. Now, now that's one thing, especially when the one you with meet you halfway and shows her love to you. Of course, of course we gonna get on each other's nerves. You know why? Cause we signed up for this, and it's in the package deal, and that's a good thing. But I will say this: now that I'm a lot wiser than I was before, not only I can see the love, I feel the love, and then like I said, I'm at the point in my life now where I appreciate life and a whole lot of shit a lot better than I ever have before. Even when I was married, even though I did my part, I thought I failed because I ended up had to file for divorce. I really thought I failed, but after talking to a friend of mine, they told me if you had to file, you didn't fail, man. If anything, you were smart enough to get out. Yeah, I was. And then the one after that, and I'm gonna say this, I kind of fault myself because number one, I didn't give myself time to heal after my divorce, and then I felt like I went from sugar to shit, which I did. Now, but now when they say correct your mistakes, I did. And and the one that I did correct, this time I gave myself more enough time to heal. This and number two, one so quick to rush. Number three, I wanted to make sure that I was sure because I refuse to settle, and I refuse and I vow never to go from sugar to shit ever again. No more in life. And that's the God honest truth. Because this time, when I this with Veronica, now you know it's good if I felt it. Cause honestly, now that I look back, a lot of them, the ones before that, and they didn't appreciate, and especially the one last one, didn't appreciate me. I didn't feel it like I do now. And guess what? I learned from that too because now I know what to do and what not to do. But as far as the last one, guess what? I prevailed, and I didn't go from sugar to shit. And I'm gonna say this right quick. Now that I'm happy, and I ain't got no words now right now, it gonna be somebody out there who gonna hate the fact that you're happy, and gonna hate the fact that you feel content. But guess what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this from the heart. Fuck them, and fuck their way of thinking. Because as long as I'm happy, what they think and and how they feel is irrelevant to me. Because I got the I'm the one got to have happiness. I'm the one with happiness. And they need to take their miserable asses somewhere, get a life, or either go somewhere and play with themselves. Yes, masturbate, god damn it. Excuse me, pardon my language, but y'all know I say what I feel. And like I said, and plus, if you ain't over 18, you ain't got no business watching this. And I mean, and I'm not trying to talk about the men and the women of God, but I want to let a lot of them Tesla liars know if what I say offends you or makes you hot on the collar or whatnot, instead of you getting pissed off about what I'm saying, you need to be more concerned to worry about what's really going on out there today, other than what's coming out of my mouth, and worry about everything else, and don't worry about what's coming out of my mouth, because I'm gonna speak my mind regardless. I'm grown just like you are, and I'm gonna say what I say, and I'm gonna say how I say it. I'm gonna say what I feel. If you don't like it, let the doorknob hit you. Well, the damn dog should have hit you straight in your ass. But anyway, my time is up. But I want to thank the ones who viewed Stardust rap sessions, and I want to thank the concurrent viewers and the new viewers. And to the new viewers, if you find it in your heart, hit that like or that bell, and please subscribe. But hopefully, if God's willing, I will be back later. I will be back later on today, either with Stardust rap sessions or hopefully live one on one with Carlos. But but if I do or when I do, oh, believe me, y'all will know it because I will let y'all know in advance. Especially if y'all got Facebook, I will let y'all know in advance. But until then, y'all be good. God bless you. I love you. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Peace. Two fingers. I'm out of here like last year. And thank you for tuning in to Stargell Rap Sessions. Yo.